Stephanie Jaquette, 509 Wheeler Ave. I'd like to address item I from the May 7th meeting's consent agenda. This item authorized the city administrator to execute a development agreement at a cost of $101,568 to North Mankato taxpayers. My first concern is procedural. How and why did a $101,000 payment to a private developer end up on our consent agenda? The use of a consent agenda is typically limited to items that are routine, procedural, or self-explanatory, such as the approval of meeting minutes or parade permits. Authorizing a $101,000 subsidy to a developer is neither routine, procedural, or self-explanatory. And placing this item on the consent agenda, which occurs before any public comment period, meant that the public had no opportunity to submit a question or make a comment prior to the vote. Aside from the procedural concerns, it's unclear to me how and why this deal happened. The county assessor's office informed me today that the lots just went up for auction in April. So I don't understand the rush to subsidize a private developer's purchase. These lots may have sold without city intervention given time and opportunity. If so, that would be a $101,000 savings for North Mankato. My neighbors are social workers, nurses, factory workers, teachers, and electricians. We work hard and we pay our taxes. We know the value of a dollar, and we know that $101,000 is a lot of money. I believe that residents deserve to know whether any other options were explored. For example, it's unknown whether the city considered purchasing the lots and putting it out to bid, or whether another developer might have purchased the lots for a lesser reimbursement rate. Getting these lots back on the tax rolls is of course good for North Mankato, but consider that these are single-family lots, and we have just expended $101,000. I have preschoolers at home, and they're going to be college graduates by the time we have recouped this subsidy and begin generating any real revenue from these lots. To put it another way, the city recently allocated $5,000 for public art in 2018. $101,000 is enough money to extend that public art allocation for 20 years. And what could we accomplish in Benson Park? While I find myself uncomfortable with the way this has been handled, I'm open to the possibility there is a reasonable rationale for this deal that simply hasn't been put forth. And I believe there are solutions to be found here. In my view, protection of public speech, encouragement of public deliberation, explanations for motions being made, and adherence to proper meeting procedures are all important tools to enhance transparency and accountability and build public trust. The final and fundamental question I would pose to the council about this $101,000 subsidy is this: how are North Mankato residents served by this decision? Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll get clarification for you when we have staff here that can help you with that. Okay.